All right, so I'm here with Elizabeth. Elizabeth, how old are you?
Hi, I'm 38 years old.
Are you originally from Pomona?
I am from West Covina, California. Walnut. I'm from Walnut, California.
And what are you doing all the way out here in Pomona?
I am in the city of Pomona because this is where my children live, as well as Moreno Valley. So I'm not able to get any assistance from the government. It goes back because I guess how my family lived their life, and so I'm dealing with a lot of wreckage from the past. And they run my name. As soon as they see I'm in already, they're just like, nope. And they do everything in their power to kind of like discredit me and my name and my integrity out here. So that's why I'm homeless still. I have bad luck from the past, I guess.
How long have you been homeless for?
I've been off and on for 3 years now since my children have not been with me. They weren't removed through CPS. They were kind of, you can say, kidnapped back and forth from social workers and the father and the grandmother, and a lot of head games and lies.
What do you do out here to survive?
I kind of bug people. No, you can say, oiga, señor, una pregunta, ¿me puede ayudar con like $1 or $2 para agarrar algo de comer? So I allow the Lord to work through them. I don't want to say it like that because that's not what I'm thinking at the moment, but it's kind of how it's working out. So far, as long as I'm not breaking any rules or being a criminal or selling my body, God has helped me. Where it's not like breaking them and breaking kind of like me with somebody getting mad.
That's good that you don't break the law.
I don't.
Where do you usually sleep? Do you have a tent?
I don't. I have a rule. No tent, no dogs, no shopping carts, and no bicycle. So
Why do you keep that rule?
I don't want to go deeper into being homeless. Yeah.
You said you were out here for just a month, huh?
I lied to you at first because I'm ashamed. But it's been off and on.
There's no need to be ashamed. We all go
Yeah.
through some bad times in our life. You know?
I just miss my kids, so it's hard to live when that's all you live for.
Yeah.
But I guess the faith that my grandmother installed in me. Yeah.
Where's your kids at now?
Well, I have
Moreno Valley, or-
4 adults.
Yeah.
So and 2 of them are 13. They're twins, Jonathan and Johnny, and they should be with father here in Pomona, off of San Antonio
Yeah.
and Holt. So that's where they better be. But when I go there, they call the police because they say that they put a restraining order against me. And so I don't deport him. I don't call the cops on him to tell them, hey, the court said I have education rights holder as well, so I should be with them. But
Why'd they take your kids from you?
they didn't. They just started an investigation because I lived in a motel with them. I left my husband for domestic violence. He moved on with another woman. My sister left my son alone in the car for 10 minutes while she went into her job. Luckily, I was able to beat it and remain with custody. But since my children were with him while the investigation was started, at the end of the investigation, and it was released to father, giving me and him joint custody, he chose, well, the girlfriend that's jealous, she chose to put a restraining on me instead, because she knew that I was homeless already, since I no longer qualified for my housing while the investigation was going. So, and I don't have my family to want to take me in, although they have, their homes, because they don't believe me that I made it this far, still not being bad. They think that I've been in the street so long that, I don't know, social workers and thieves and people that have been able to manage to get into their heads are winning, you can say.
So you have family out here?
I do.
What
A lot.
Do you have siblings? Do you have
I do.
mom and dad?
Well, my mother passed away. My father is in Mexicali. I'm just actually, and you know what is like, I wouldn't even take nothing back. I hope that everyone's still alive, as far as like my kids. I haven't been able to talk to them because there's third party in the middle or their phones are hacked. But I've been able to find my Gonzalez family, so I already just found. As you can say that I am maybe kind of slowing myself down, but I'm all about family, and I just love my family, and I remember my family growing up. The Gonzalez side, the way they love me. So I just found my cousin Rodolfo and I found his twin, and I'm trying to reunite them when they both don't even believe, they don't know me, they don't remember me from when I were little. So that's hard to do. But I'm like finding, you can say I'm finding the twins of my family members, and I'm trying to maybe, I think the faster that people admit that they have a twin, there's, if you're Mexican and you're old school, I'm from the yo soy de la nueva generación, so if you're that old school, you were raised by grandma, the way they sacrificed is you kind of either gave one child away, for maybe them to have a better life here in, military, or so, and they kept it hush, so I'm just like, I don't think so, I'm gonna speak up for them. So I'm hopefully that we all find each other and we're all safe soon.
Does your family know that you're out here homeless?
My extended family knows, and they've been coming out.
Yeah.
So since my family, that's my immediate family, are kind of negative, very negative, and very, ay, lo que va a pensar la gente. They're very like, ay, no, Lali está usando drogas, or se los quitaron, y, ay, déjenla. Like, instead of, like, it's supposed to be us against the system.
Yeah.
Or the social workers, whatever. But when you have haters, or people that don't understand.
How was your life like before you ended up out here? Like, did you have a 9 to 5? Did you have a job?
I was mostly going to school with my kids and helping them and tutoring and taking them to maybe at the, like, certain days we would go, and when I lived in Los Angeles with them, we would go with officers, and we would, like, at the library, and I was, taekwondo, I was married to a gardener for like 7 years, so it was just like, I was like housewife type. I would sell bootleg movies on the side, which is not good, but I mean, hey, I would make good money.
It's a side hustle.
Yeah, that's about it, but I was mostly with my kids, and I guess I miss the days of the families that we would go on Sundays to the park. Remember those days, that it's like al parque, with your kids and the family, and that's where you do your parties. I miss the park days, I miss those days. It's like Santa Fe Springs. I wish I could live out there because that's what reminds me of back in the day. But I was just, I lived in Ontario with my husband and my children. Before that, I went through all my schooling in Walnut. I wasn't in the street. I'm not a transient or none of that. Everything, in 2018, my grandmother passed away, and that's when I no longer had my home to go back to in Walnut in case things fell out, But I never really had friends. It's always been like my kids. I became a mom at 15.
Is it dangerous being out here in the streets?
Not for me. Not for me because not for me because I don't have nothing to fear. I didn't take from you. I didn't lie to you. So basically, I walk with wings. You can say I feel like God is with me.
Yeah.
But I don't fall asleep. So it's hard because that could catch up to you and give you psychosis. It could give you mental health problems. So it's taking all my energy, and I'm not able to get any rest.
How are you able not to sleep? How do you stay up?
Sometimes meth.
Okay.
And the other times
you have substances out here?
Only one. Only that one.
Okay.
Yeah, but the way I see it, and don't tell this to kids, is it's not what you do, is what you do after you do it.
Okay.
So I guess I'm headstrong and I have self-control. Yeah. So if I'm bothering or hurting somebody because of anything, so far they haven't brought it to my attention, and I don't go to jail, and I don't snitch on people, and I don't have contact with the police of informants. So far I think I've done it as the best I could.
Have you ever been to jail out here?
10 days.
10
That's
days?
That's it.
What did you get busted for?
Breaking my restraining order.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't.
You trying to see your kids?
I mean, they're mine. Yeah.
How was your experience in there?
I couldn't even go outside. I didn't even shower. It's horrible. It's horrible. I think there's a different life in there that we even don't know about when you're in there, because the things I heard were like, I know I don't hear a kid out there. I know I don't hear. There's crazy things that even the officers that work there, they don't look right. It's like something's happening to law enforcement and law. Something's happening. So I'm afraid to go in there because I think behind that life, there's so many injustices with people that maybe they're making their own justice and then it's screwing up things. So, but I don't want to keep you from, okay.
That's
I
fine.
I take too long explaining. Sorry.
That's fine. If we have any younger viewers and they're watching this interview, and they're thinking about trying substances and running the streets, what kind of advice would you give them?
Go home. You shouldn't even be out here if you're a young person. Like that's to me. That's like you shouldn't even be out here. There's no advice because I strongly believe that they're trafficked. I strongly believe that if they're doing it, that is because someone's making them do it. I couldn't see how a mother would let them be out here. So I hope and pray that if kids are getting in trouble, that they don't get hit, they don't get spanked, that the law don't arrest them and hurt them, that they just know common sense they're being trafficked. Like there's no kids out here that are young and they do it because they want to. I don't believe that. So I would tell them, I love you, God loves you, and hold on.
All right. Thank you for sharing your story. I really do appreciate it.
Yeah.
If we have any viewers that want to reach out to you, do you have any email or anything like that where they can contact you if they have any donations?
No, I don't want nothing from nobody or you. I just want, just don't be mean to my kids if you meet them. And just leave my kids alone. That's it. I think that there's people that because of my past or my family or whatever they've heard, that they could take it out on them and they don't have the balls to take it out on me. You know? But when you're innocent and young and vulnerable, they'll do it. So I just hope and pray that we all just get along and we just like use common sense. Don't read nothing. Don't listen to people who have common sense. Common sense of everything. You know, common sense, there's law, there's jails, and you break the law, you go to jail.
Exactly.
Yeah, common sense.
All right. Well, thank you. I really do appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you,
Are
sir.
you okay with me putting this on my YouTube channel?
As long as it doesn't like, yes, I'm okay.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Sure.